Hello, 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 everybody. How are you doing? How are you all doing? So, today I'm here to talk about a topic that most people have different opinions on. Some people do it differently. Okay, at the end of the day, we're trying to see how we can maximize, right, performance, how we can shrink how much time it takes to achieve most of the time mostly achievable goals, right? How can you maximize your potential? How can you get so good at this particular skill that can change everything else around you? And this is about goal setting goals. Because I talk to people every day. I talk to a lot of people every day, and I ask them this seemingly simple question. Anyway, simple question: what are your goals? What are your goals for the day? What are your goals for the week? What are your goals for the month? What are your goals for the year? What are your goals for the next 5 years, 10 years? And this is what I hear. This week I want to try to do this. Next week I want to try to do that. By the end of the month I want to try to make this much money, right? And at the end of the year I want to, get married. I want to have a better job. I want to buy a new car. I want to buy a house. I want to a lot of things, a lot of good things. But then I say, hey, you gotta put time stamps on it. When do you want to get your new job, right? When do you want to get married? When do you want to buy that new car? How do you plan to make this much money? Because your goal setting is just like your GPS. You can't just wake up, get into your car, and start driving. No, you need a direction, right? You need a destination. You need to know how to get there. So how do you achieve your goals if you don't have a written down plan on how to do that? And so you need to get crystal clear on how it is that you're going to achieve those goals you're telling me about. So it's not just all in your head. Because guess what? I make people tell me their goals 3 times. So the first time I'm like, hey, what are your goals for the day? It's like, hey, at 2 p.m. I'm going to do this. At 3 p.m. I'm going to do this. At 4 p.m. I'm going to do this. Then I ask them again, hey, what are your goals for the week? And then they tell me in a different order. And then I ask them again, the third time. This time, most of them are offended. I say, hey, what are your goals for the week? I want them to repeat it to me 3 times. The third time, they tell their goals in a different order again. And I'm like, you know why you keep going back and forth? You said you were going to do this on Monday and do this on Tuesday, but now you want to do this on Monday instead and that on Tuesday because you don't have them written down. There is no way you can track your progress if you just assume that you know what you need. So writing down goals, getting down on paper, right? Picking a piece of paper or a book or a journal, writing down on Monday, I want to achieve this. On Tuesday, I want to achieve this. By this time, between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m., I want to go to the gym. Between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. or 12 p.m., I want to read a book. I want to attend this class. I want to do that. I want to do it. When you put them down crystal clear, times time, you see that your life becomes seamless, right? You transition that easily because you wake up every morning and you know what your day looks like. You start the week knowing how your week is going to look like. You start the month knowing what every single week is going to look like. So at the end of the month, you look back and you're like, hey, I achieved so much. I did so much better because now you have a direction. Just like my previous example, if you wake up, get into your car, crank the engine, and just start driving, heading to nowhere, right? That is the reason why you can drive and drive and drive and drive for miles, for days, for weeks, for months, for years, and you never get to your destination because you didn't set your GPS. You didn't tell yourself where you were going, right? And so how do you expect, how do you extend to get there if you didn't, get a clear description of where you're going? So setting goals, setting personal goals, right? Career goals, family goals, financial goals are just as important because when you set them, you wake up every morning and you have a clear vision of where you're headed, right? You have a clear destination of where doing everything you need to do consistently is going to get you. So goal setting, as you would see on many videos online, are just as important. They can either make or break you. You set, solid goals, they move you forward. You set no solid, not so solid goals, right, or not so great goals, they can more or less just lead you down the wrong path. So today, let's get crystal clear on what we want. Let's get crystal clear on what we plan to achieve. Let's get crystal clear on where we're headed. Put timestamp on them. Wake up every day knowing I'm going to do the best I can to achieve my goals. I'm going to do the best I can to the best of my ability to move forward, move 1 inch closer to achieving my goals. And you'll see how things are going to start changing in your life, right? Things are going to start falling in place. You start being more organized. You start getting more fulfillment, and you start, seeing life as differently, just from a different lens. So today, grasp that you got to set goals, right? You got to get intentional about achieving your goals. And you need to make sure that you hold yourself accountable every single day. You hold yourself accountable if you did not meet your goals. Because we're very good at pointing the finger. I didn't do this because of that, giving excuses, right? So you need to be crystal clear and hold yourself accountable every single day. Thank you so much for listening. This is the first of many, right? Next, we're going to talk about another topic that most people, struggle with. And most of the topics that I cover are things that I struggle with myself, right? Things that I wake up every day and make up my mind I'm going to try to achieve. So most of the topics I'm going to cover are things that I struggle with myself. And I hope that you find value in this. And please share to someone, to a group, to anyone who needs to hear this, who needs to get their life together, who needs to start figuring out why the past 5 years has been, right, achieved nothing. The past 10 years have achieved nothing. The next 15 years, if you're not careful, it's going to be just like the past 10, right? So let's start acting right now. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day and dare to dream.